of being single.
Reactions.
Y'all are nuts. Like, I cannot. Like, I just deleted 5 out of my phone.
Being a single working woman absolutely sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it.
No. You don't
I'm hurting y'all because I want to be loved. I want marriage. Miss mine. I miss mine. Oh my God.
Why? Why did we do that?
I will not settle.
I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I want nothing from it.
I can honestly sit here and say, as a 34-year-old woman, I have not met one damn good man.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date?
Can I please have a man slowly explain to me why you all suck so much? I can honestly sit here and say, as a 34-year-old woman, I have not met one damn good man. So please, someone explain to me why the that is.
Go and ask your grandfather.
I think you're laughing at it.
Bitches. We just finished doing shoots. We're supposed to be going home. Why are you so emotional?
Today's my birthday.
Okay.
I'm pregnant yesterday.
Okay.
Don't stress, queen. According to feminism, marriage ain't no achievement, so you good. Wipe them tears. Feminism got you.
And a husband. I miss my family. I miss having a husband. And I miss my husband. I don't want just any husband. I want my husband. Mine. Miss mine. I miss mine. I don't know why. No, stop. No, you guys are sick of this. You guys are so sick of this. I don't blame you. I don't know how to replace my husband. I don't know how. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I miss my family.
What happened? We don't need no man. What happened to all of this?
Husband? You mean your ex. He your ex-husband, not your husband. And who made him your ex-husband? You did. So shut it. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Damn.
My biggest fear is to end up with an ugly man, and then for like my old hoes and old foes to laugh at me. I will not settle.
Not to be rude or anything, but have you seen your face?
Yeah, you the settle bitch with all them pimples.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted.
And this is why you don't got nobody, bitch, because all of a sudden men were creepy and I'm breaking out in hives and I'd rather go with the bear than a man. So, young men decided, look, if I'm unwanted, then I'm not going to be in the vicinity. I got other things to do. I could focus on my career. I can focus on my passion. I can focus on my physique. I don't have to bother taking you out since I'm such a bother. And then the next video, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got you in the car crying. Talking about you don't have no man where the men at. So you guys are psychotic. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why men, especially Gen Z men, have just said shit. Young men have just said shit. They just gave up on it. It ain't worth it. Whatever they do is wrong or creepy. And especially in the digital age where you can put anybody online for being so-called creepy, it's just been it's not worth, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
I feel like
Stop it.
Get you some help.
Yeah, nah. This one needs to be admitted to the psych ward. Cause what is this?
I normally don't get on here and cry like this because of men, but like,
Look at the tears.
I should be able to depend on more than just my brother.
Okay.
Like, living in a patriarchy where like y'all supposed to be doing every fucking thing, and y'all think that y'all everything. Y'all are not. Like, I cannot. Like, I just deleted 5 out of my phone. You cannot do anything. Why is my brother the only person I can depend on?
First off, a man don't owe you nothing.
Don't
Also,
owe you shit,
can't say a
ma'am.
man ain't all that.
You lucky you got a brother or a daddy or uncle or something. That's all you are going to be able to depend on. You know what I'm saying? Because you disrespect every man in your orbit. Then all of a sudden when you need something, here you come with the sweet voice. Hey, big head. You know, I'm having a leak in my house. I need to put my TV up and I just don't know nobody who can help me with it. Call the motherfucking contractor. I really don't have no money and I just was hoping, bestie, you would come through and help me do it for free. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. Ain't nobody green like that. Do just what you did. Call your brother and your daddy or your uncle or somebody to give a fuck about you.
And still be out here with your hand out expecting them to fund your life. That don't add up.
Hello, it's day 4 of being single. And I broke my 1-day streak of not crying. And I keep telling myself, I am repeating this mantra, I am a strong, independent woman.
All right.
I do not need a partner to feel fulfilled,
That's it.
happy, or safe.
That's right. Say it 10 times
I want
fast.
you to know that you are also a strong, independent person, and you do not need a partner to
That's
be
right.
fulfilled,
Don't need
happy, or safe, even if your freaking tear ducts don't know it.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Your eyes
Being
raining.
independent, I ain't taking that from you. But I don't.
It
want
makes
the
my
tears.
eyes
Open up.
rain.
Stand on it. There ain't no sympathy over here for strong, independent women.
I don't have any sympathy for you, Felix. No sympathy at all.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why?
Say what?
Why did we do that?
Why did you do that?
I am so tired.
Oh my
I
goodness.
want to just put my feet up. Like, I am. Oh my god.
As I was watching her video, this music video just kept
Why
running
did you
through
do
my
that?
head.
You're so ugly when you cry.
Being a single working woman absolutely sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it.
I thought that's
would go
what
back
you
to the
fought for,
1950s in a
baby.
second just so I wouldn't have to deal with this shit. Because the way the economy is set up is I'm forced to work. I'm forced to get an education, a higher education, a college degree in order to make enough money that I can be financially independent and afford my own home or my own rent or my own gas or my
Well,
own
it's like I
groceries.
said before, you know, during the 50s and 60s, right? You know, when women fought to be allowed in the workforce, which was noble, you know, the economy just adjusted and said, the economists just said, look, now we have 2 working adults in the home instead of just the father. So what happened? The price of milk went up. Price of gas went up. The price of homes and mortgages went up, right? Because now you got 2 workers. And so now, unless you're in the uber rich, you know, it's nearly impossible to fund a family lifestyle with one income. You can do okay if you just stay single by yourself. You barely making it by men and women. You barely making it in this economy by yourself. So once you put marriage and a woman or husband, now you having children, it's going to take 2 incomes nowadays because the economy simply inflated to adjust to 2 incomes, and it's not going back. You can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. So one of the consequences of, you know, one of the pros, like she said, going back to the 50s, one of the pros is that the men worked, they provided finances for the home, and the women were able to home make and build the home. Equal but different roles. Be there for the kids. Be there as the first nurse for the kids. Be there as the first doctor for the kids. Be there as the kids' first teacher. Be there as the kids' first motivator. That's an important role for the mother and father. But like I said, during those times, earlier times, the men could focus on providing the mortgage, working and providing the money, and the woman could focus on the making of the home. He buy the home, she can make a home. But now, you know what I'm saying? Our economy has done us a disservice. Now both people have to work, and there's really, nobody left in the home to raise the kids. You got to get outsourced the child rearing and all that, because both parents have to work in order to live in a decent neighborhood, right? And so, socially, we're wondering why people aren't marrying today. It's too expensive to marry, and it's too expensive for both people to marry, or one work and the other one not work. A lot of women still want that, right? They still want the 50s contract where the man works, she doesn't work. Now she wants that back, but that's not coming back. So now that you guys wanted to work, you are working now, and it caused an inflation of household goods because now two people are working. You can't go back to, I just want to be a housewife now. Unless you marry somebody that's uber rich,
My own insurance, and it's extremely difficult to do that, and it's very isolating as a woman when you have to do all of that all on your own, and you can't find somebody that you can outsource some of those chores and financial responsibilities like you would with a spouse.
Did she just say she is forced to work? Nah, nobody forced you. That's what you chose, being strong and independent. Also, taking care of yourself is your responsibility. No man is supposed to carry that just because you're a woman. And she said, the way the economy is set up, I'm forced to
work. The way my bank account's set up.
Is there even an economy where people don't have to work?
I'm hurting y'all because I want to be loved. I want marriage. A lot of us get on here, we act tough, and we be like, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, but I want help. I want to be loved. I want somebody.
She said it right. Did you catch that? She said, I want help. And then she said, I want love. I'm going to go back. So you can peep game. It's not until certain people, in this case women, need help economically, financially. They don't listen to nobody otherwise. Then when they need help, they're out here crying and need them. And watch what she say. Listen, pay attention.
I'm hurting y'all because I want to be loved. I want marriage. A lot of us get on here, we act tough, and we be like, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, but I want help. I want to be loved. I want somebody to love me. I want somebody I can be vulnerable with. The problem is, and I'm not crying, y'all, because I'm sad. I'm crying, y'all, because it's like a release right now. But the problem for me, y'all, is that all the relationships that I had with men were not about love. It was about survival for me. I know how to fuck. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to seduce a man.
Honest.
I do not know how to love a man.
Okay, it was about survival.
And then to have a son because of those.
So, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't no better than a leech. All this after the post-active crying and shit, don't move nobody, baby. You admit it. At least you admit it. I gotta give you credit. At least you admit that you was a leech, and the only reason you was with some of the men you was with before was because of what you could get from them, the help you could get from them, and it wasn't love.
Choices that I was making, y'all, and I got pregnant really, really fast. I got pregnant within 90 days of knowing my baby daddy. And we don't talk about this shit because it's embarrassing and it hurts. It fucking hurts. And I'm mad with me. I'm not mad at men. I'm not mad at my life. I'm mad at me because I don't know how to fix me. I don't know how to fix it. That's accountability. That's the shit that hurts. It's realizing that, hey, I got some shit with me that I don't know how to fucking fix. And in turn, because I don't know how to fix that shit, I'm fucking up other people around me. That's accountability. That's the shit that we don't.
The accountability is cool and all, but you still gotta deal with what come after. Funny how y'all only wake up once you done hit that wall.
Yeah.
Now it's too late.
Smack against that motherfucker. Bah! Smack against that wall.
Actions have consequences.
You have to live with the consequences.
I just fell in the parking lot of Walmart. And I went to grab my phone in that moment that I was hurting. And I wanted to call my husband and cry to him. And have him comfort me like he always had after 25 years. The first thing I wanted to do was call him. And then I realized that he's not mine to call anymore.
Oh no.
And then how alone I really am.
Oh no,
And
you
it
just
sucks.
not realizing that shit.
It really sucks.
You just not realizing that shit.
And I haven't been able to stop crying since.
Oh, we crying again.
And it's fine. But it sucks so bad.
Oh, boo-hoo.
That nigga
Let me
used to
play
play
a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Woman, cut the fake tears and put that phone down. Pay attention to the road. Y'all
Yeah,
need to
right.
get
Pay attention to the road.
like this. Focus on driving.
See that little
Y'all
sad
here
music,
risking
sad
people's
piano.
lives over a dumb video.
So in November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young and I wanted to go out there and experience life, and I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm on child support, and to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
There's a popular saying that a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, but a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness.
Oh my God.
She acting like if she didn't have kids, she wouldn't still be cooking, cleaning, and putting in 8 hours at work while still covering 100% of the bills. Men out here doing the same grind, carrying most of the expenses, doing the heavy lifting at home, and still got family depending on them too. You don't see men breaking down online over it. Y'all just don't want responsibility, any kind of it. You grown, you a mother, act like it.
Ladies, the strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up! I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards.
Go back to work.
Drastically. So now I'm gonna reclaim my time. Okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe.
I came to the conclusion they hate being grown. They act like men don't get tired. Nah, scratch that. They don't care if men get tired. They just want men to care when they tired.
When you're in a strong, independent woman mindset, you're basically a warrior. When you are a warrior, guess what's coming up next for you? More war.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These ices are not facts.
Yeah, watch this shit. Like, this shit won't come off.
Oh, that's fucked up. You gotta jack it up,
You wanna
y'all.
know something? Every morning when my alarm goes off for work, and when I pull up to my job, I am sadly reminded that I could have been a rich man's wife like 3 different times now.
I hope she don't hurt herself, baby.
No, I didn't want no man taking care of me. I was too busy yelling out, I'm
Do you know what that mean, man?
Yes. Yes, I do know what that means.
Webby and Neo and Beyonce fucked him up with the independent shit. All the women independent. They had a run of them independent woman songs. Boom, boom, boom. Beyonce had one. Neo had, what was Neo's song about independent? Then you had Webby, INDEPEEENDT. Do you know what that mean, man? That's Webby. Beyonce, all the women who independent, throw your hands up back. You know what I'm saying? So they got that whole train of, I'm going to be independent and shit. So all that rung of songs that they had in the late 2000s really took its toll. What was Neo's Miss Independent or something like that?
That was pretty much. Damn it, I've been doing this for about 40 years now. Damn, it's right. I'm sick of this. I want a break. I just want like a year off. I'll take 6 months off. Being independent is sometimes overrated.
Notice she said
overrated.
That right there shows it's only overrated to her when she's dealing with the downsides of being independent.
Yeah. I have been there. I've done that. I got a t-shirt, photos, videos, every damn thing. I'm on the market.
And when she says she need a break, she's not talking about a man for real companionship. She's talking about somebody to carry the load for her, a servant type, a walking ATM, a
servant
to
type.
handle her responsibilities. That's who she referring to.
Are there any other women out there who, in their young, ambitious adult lives, decided that you were going to grow up and be strong and independent, and I don't need anybody to do anything for me? And now, in your 30s, you are realizing
that was stupid.
Fucking idiot.
Somebody needs to tell her there ain't no refund for being strong and independent.
I turned 32 in 2.5 weeks, and I'm dreading it. I don't like my birthday anymore.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Jerry.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake.
You don't say. Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? These guys don't really want a real woman. They want a fantasy. All I want is a 6-foot guy, 6'5", tall, handsome, good-looking, rich, who only wants me, and I'm overweight. That's not a fantasy.
Fantasy world, they would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this. I know it's not a good look for a man to dismiss the suffering of a crying woman. Yes, like any man, when I see a woman crying, it brings up that protective masculine instinct. I do feel that, but as time has gone on in this culture, I have had to
not me, bro. Sometimes people only cry when they're in trouble. They only cry when they need help. So, you gotta kind of watch. You gotta harden a little bit sometimes. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to these type of women, these modern women who've had every opportunity to be with a good guy. They've rejected it all the way up until one day they realize they don't have all the time in the world. They have a biological clock. Their friends are getting married maybe, or they're in great relationships and they realize that they're competing with younger women. Then they want to come on. Need help with bills and debt and shit. Then they want to come on the internet crying and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? If you have no empathy, don't sweat it, homie. I don't got no empathy.
teach myself to ignore the emotion and to focus on the content, to listen to the substance, because there are so many women that are emotional, that are crying, that are complaining about how much suffering is in their lives. They're such victims.
And all they really say is they need help. They need the man who they rejected for so many years, being feminists. Now they need him to come back. They realize the error of their way. They need to come back, him to come back and help pay bills, help around the house, help fix things. Because when you got a man around the house that love you, you can call him whenever you have, things that need to get fixed. You don't have to call a plumber and spend money. You can call him when there's a problem with the car. Your man might let you know if your tires are getting low and change them. But instead, you're relying on your own know-how on this, and by the time you realize there's a problem in the house or with the car or whatever, it's already to the point where you got to pay out the pocket now. That's the value of having a man in the home. Somebody that's knowledgeable about how the things work around the house, how the car works, more so than just putting gas in it and going. You know what I'm saying? Every time, if I watch another video with a woman and in the background her fire detector is going out, beep, 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 because she doesn't have anybody in the home that'll get up on the ladder and change the fucking battery, I think I'm going to lose my mind. You know she a single woman or she stay by herself with kids. Because until a man come by her house, if it be a brother, a cousin, uncle, that motherfucking fire extinguisher gonna be, that's something men typically do around the house. That battery gonna be beep, 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 the whole goddamn time.
It's their own fault. Take this woman. Now, she's obviously distressed, and I have compassion for any human being who's suffering. It sucks to see her that way. But dating isn't working out for her. And how does she diagnose the problem? Who's at fault here? Who's to blame? Come on. It's 2023. Do you even need to ask? Of course, men are to blame. It's always men's fault. Men want a fantasy. Men can't deal with a real woman. A real woman, it's a fascinating phrase when used in a context like this, and we're going to unpack it, and I think you're going to be really shocked at what we discover. Because it turns out when one of these modern women uses the phrase real women, they have a very specific meaning. So what does it mean to be a real woman? It means you have mental health issues. It means you have huge emotional needs. You have chaos, anxiety, depression. I'm a real woman, and if you want me to be your girlfriend, then that means that all of those problems are now your problems. You have to deal with them. As my boyfriend, it is your job to fix all of this stuff for me. Fascinating, isn't it? Whatever happened to wanting to be a proud, independent woman?
To the table, with the table, the chairs, the bacon. So I'm not asking or begging a man to take care of me because I don't need that, honey. Look at me.
Few moments later.
I'm tired.
Ah!
I no longer want to be an independent woman.
That's the same chick.
INDE. I'm good. I want to be a housewife.
And you see, I think they don't understand how opportunistic that comes off. Yes, now you need help. Now you want a man, you know, when life slap you in the face. You know, now you want to come back with your hat in the hand online, trying to be nice to men because you realize that things are a lot harder without a partner. You know, and it comes off as opportunistic. You know, fair weather, fake. You know, that's the reason why men are like, kind of really like, you know, like my man right here, just kind of laughing at the shit off and not paying your tears any attention because, oh, now you need help. What happened to Miss Independent with all that mouth? Don't need no man. Man should pay $500 to take me out on a date and shit because you think you that fucking special. What happened to all of that? Now, you'd be happy if a nigga took you to Chili's. Cheesecake Factory wasn't no good 2 years ago. That was the talk. Now Chili's would do, you know, when you need help.
Life humbles men. Time humbles women. It's unfortunate because by then the women too old and it's too late to make amends.
Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced.
Y'all better listen to Auntie.
Out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down.
She a old thought. She wise now though, but she a old thought. She said fucking this one and that one and that one and that. Ah. She kind of look like Pam Grier though. She probably had that Pam Grier thing going on. Look like maybe not 70s, but like early 80s. Yeah, she looked like one of them early 80s foxes. You know what I mean? She probably had a long Jerry curl back in her day. Let's see.
call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks.
She was bad in 1983.
I felt hurt. I felt alone.
1984, she was bad enough.
This one and that one left my bed. I was alone, all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with...
Back when they had water beds. Yeah, she probably was in and out all type of water beds in 1984. Y'all don't remember them water beds. There was the fly shit, a lava lamp, and a water bed. I had a couple uncles with some water beds. I ain't never sat on that shit. I know what time it was on the goddamn water bed.
Years. I should not have left my husband.
That's why some folks be saying when a man start making more money, he takes care of his woman and his family. But when a woman start making more, she starts feeling like she above her man and looks elsewhere.
I divorced my husband because I thought...
One of the biggest problems that men constantly talk about and that men constantly have is that, you know, there was men who were probably perfect husbands, right? Suitable to be, you know, great lifelong partners that you passed up because you thought that you would always have a plethora of options. And then now the vulnerability that you're offering is not in your prime years. So now somebody is going to have to come along, maybe, you know, help you raise your kids, or maybe get the latter stage of life version of you. And a lot of men are saying, this is great, but sometimes it's a little late in the game for that conversation.
Right.
Again, you're going to have some men who are completely open to this, who realize the vulnerable state, and this is a great state to be in. Again,
you didn't already pass that deal up. You was sometimes... You know what I'm saying? Like in business, you get offered a deal, you pass it up, you know, you too big for that, and then all of a sudden you come back with your hat in hand and you want that same deal again, it's gone. That offer's gone. You know, and it's the same thing with men. You know, when I wanted you and I wanted to partner with you, you was either too good for me, too fine for me, too expensive for me, too independent for me. Right? Fast forward 5 years, 10 years, you know, you realize life don't work like that. It's the man that chooses a wife, not the wife that chooses a husband, right? Then you realize, hey, I need to be a little more compromising if I'm going to get some help from these men. Now you want to come back, oh, you know, hey, big head, you know, I'm just looking for somebody to hold me at night and help me out to build, or help me out. Right now you need help. So, you know, the same deal, the same desire that I had for you when you was in your prime, when you really would have given it out of sincerity, is what I'm trying to say. Now you want to comply out of, you know, desperation, or, you know what I'm saying? Now it's calculating. It don't feel the same that you want to get on a nigga team now that you on your ass. Now you need help. What happens when you get back on feet? You're going to shake your ass at me again. So now it's a little too late for all of that crying and boo-hooing and I really want to be a good wife now type shit.
Change. But the deeper conversation is that younger women, you have to take this to heart, because maybe there's a possibility that all those options that you have now that you think you're always going to have, just keep in mind that there's a possibility you're not always going to have them.
This is why you don't believe people that post online. Why are you recording? Yo, stop. Yo, this is a fact. Come on. Where's the lie? Yo, the amount of people that have main character syndrome like this is crazy. This is why I don't.
He showed how she set up the tripod. Then set it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They want to come back in front. Yeah, what if you lost the patient today and all of that? This ain't ER drama. This ain't what's the show? Yeah, ER. This ain't, you know, no hospital drama. Shit. all of that just trying to milk sympathy and like, oh my God, my job is so hard today. I lost a patient.
People, they be crying online and bitching online, pouring their heart out, but little do they know they had to cue those emotions. Imagine you gotta put your emotions in a queue, set everything up, get the phone the perfect way it needs to be, make sure nobody's coming down the hall, no one's gonna disturb your video, then put your emotions in the front of the queue once you hit record.
Right, it's not real. That's why I made a video the other day talking about that's why you cannot trust social media, you can't trust reality TV shows. Once you stop and once you do the pre-frame and setup, you've lost authenticity. You've lost originality of the moment. Now you creating something for the camera. Because people think like, well, in order to get that shot, you either had to have a camera crew following you so you know the camera's there. Or if you set up you gotta set up the camera. Then you gotta well up some tears. Like, hold on, let me get some tears going for the right shot and the right angle. People be full of shit, man. I'm glad that other watchers are calling this shit out.
Actor bullshit. You literally have to be acting like you're going for an Academy Award just to get some fucking views. And I'm supposed to believe you lost a patient today and you really feel as bad as you should. If you wasn't thinking about posting this shit, get the hell out.
Either she really did lose a patient, right? First of all, it's two things that are bad. One, she didn't lose no patient today. She didn't have no terrible day. It was just a regular boring day and she decided to set this up to look, you know what I mean, all sad and shit. That's one. Number two, she actually lost a patient today. And the bitch is callous enough to be more concerned about her social media and her views than the patient she actually lost. Think deeply about it. She either is making the whole thing up, that she even lost a patient today, or that somebody she was caring for, or even worse, she lost somebody she was caring for. She's supposed to be emotional about it. But the first thing pops into her mind is, let me go get some content for my social media.
Here. And then homie's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how that shit is done. That's why I don't be believing people. People be crying and you think to cry in front of strangers for some sympathy, for some views, for some comments, for some DMs. It's insane. And this is nursing. There's nurses that really lose patients and it hits them hard. And it hits them so hard they have no time to show the world how they really feel. They just deal with it in silence. This is crazy. To me, this is a mental disorder, bro. This is mental right here. You got that main character syndrome. Think the world revolves around you. And this is something I gotta show people. I gotta show them. Man, fuck that, bro. Don't be like these people. There's some shit that's not meant to post online, and main character syndrome is a fucking disease.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, my nigga, that's all she wrote on that one. We're gonna go ahead and close this one out. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you failed me on this one, get out of here.
Why?
What have I done?
It's not.